Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Italy, a place to love YouTube channel. Italy, a place to love, and Italy, a place to know. Now, thank you all for watching, subscribing, and put like to my channel, which is very, very helpful. Anyway, today I want to go again. I want to talk again about the earthquake situation in Italy because it started being a bit concerning, according to me. So, now what I want to show you from today, I want to start from this website called Istituto Nazionale di Geofisica e Vulcanologia. Let me put the English version. All right. Anyway, the National Institute of Geophysics and Volcanology. And so I want to focus on the maps of the earthquakes. And why? Because yesterday, 18th of March 2025, we had a kind of an important seismic event in Basilicata region in Potenza. So Potenza is the capital of Basilicata region. And so the situation, because I live in Basilicata, the situation start being a bit concerning. So the 15th of March, there was an earthquake in the Adriatic Sea, not far from the coast, anyway, in Foggia province. Now, Foggia province and Potenza province are not very far. And so here, anyway, let's start from this map because this map for me has something particular and I want to point to you. Okay, so here we have a map of the entire world. We see that Indonesia, for example, has always quite often earthquakes. And here we see, for example, in Mexico, then I don't see any recent earthquakes reported anywhere else apart this area here in Indonesia and Mexico. But now let's focus on the Italian region. Okay. So as soon as we zoom in with this map, we start noticing something really, really particular. Okay. Now, earthquakes could happen anywhere. As we saw anyway, some events occurred here in Indonesia, some in Mexico. But if we start zooming in and we start focusing on the Italian peninsula, now I would say this is quite shocking, okay, because we see the amount of events that happened in the last not 7 days, but in the last month here in Italy. And so now it's a bit particular because anywhere else with a part here in Crete where there was a 4.7 magnitude earthquake, but then we see a lot of seismic events here in Italy. And now let's investigate and let's go a bit deeper in Italy. So, what I want to say that obviously, if I start looking at a situation like this, I start being a bit concerned. I mean, I start worrying a bit. I'm not really, really worrying a lot, but the situation makes me think because okay, let's zoom in a bit more. Now, what we notice, for example, it started, let's say, in the last 6 months, 1 year, the attention fell here on Campi Flegrei area. Okay, so for example, here they are saying that on the date of the 13th of March 2025, here. So the 13th of March 2025, we had a 4.6 uh, magnitude earthquake in Campi Flegrei area, which I made a video just to talk a bit about the situation anyway. And the earth was shaking, some damages, people worried a lot, so people went in the street, so and they were concerned. Then, sorry, then we had another event here. We see the 4.8. Now, this event occurred, it happened on the 14th of March 2025. Then let me see the one beside. So they were all the 14th of March. And so there was a 4.8 magnitude in Costa Garganica, Foggia province. So this earthquake was on the sea. But then yesterday there was another seismic event, a 4.2 magnitude earthquake in Potenza. Potenza is the capital of Basilicata region. So the date we can see, wait a second, here it's updating the map, just one second. Let me zoom in again, the map, it updates. Maybe there was another event, because here anyway, as you can see, they're reporting all the events, all the earthquakes, now from the smallest to the biggest. But let's go back here on Potenza. So we had a 4.2 earthquake 2025, the 18th of so was basically yesterday morning at 9 a.m. here Rome time. And anyway, again, there are a lot of people who said that they felt the earthquake even here in Monte Milone. Now here I'm always pointing the area where I am. I'm actually located maybe 70, 80 kilometers far from Potenza. Some people said that even in Bari was felt this earthquake. Again, I was here at home around 9 in the morning, and I have to say that I didn't feel anything. Again, I don't know why, but many people in the area are concerned. And anyway, the situation started being a bit particular, and people are worrying, and also me anyway, I start worrying a bit. Then what we notice, for example, now let's start from the southern part of Italy. We had an earthquake near here Trapani province in Sicily. The date was the 15th of March, 4.1 magnitude, Isole Egadi. So there are some islands just not far from the coast of Sicily here. So this is, let's say that over 4 magnitude earthquake. You can start feeling under 4. Let's say it's nothing really major. All the earthquakes that are under 4, let's say in between 2 and 4, you might not even feel it. It's just that anyway has been reported. Obviously, here they are monitoring all the situation. Then we have, for example, Reggio Calabria. Here, the 13th of March, we had a 3.5 earthquake. Then, if we go in Calabria, we see that there was a seismic event, quite many, all near Catanzaro, which is a province in Calabria region. So we can see here was a 2.7 on the 16th. There were many reported. 2.8 Marcellinara, Catanzaro province. So let me see 1 second. 2.8. Now, as the more I zoom in, as you can see, there were reported many seismic events. Now, for example, the small one was 2.1. Miglierina was reported on the 16th. So the situation started being a bit particular. What I want to show you through this video, so that basically Now, as we notice from Isole Egadi, Sicily, then to Reggio Calabria, then we had seismic events in the sea, then we had these seismic events here in Calabria region, and then again we have these events here. For example, another one in Viggiano Basilicata was only 2.0. Now what I want to point to you is that is extremely particular to me how all these seismic events are happening, let's say, all in the last week, in the last 10 days, in the last 2 weeks. As we saw, the dates are all kind of recent dates. Again, for example, here, let me go. Then we had some small events here in Benevento province, 2.6. Avellino province, 2.6, 2.3. Again, I need to, 1 second. For example, okay, now I can change the page here if you're still watching the video. For example, they are updating all the seismic events that are happening in Italy, not only in Italy. So, for example, here the last one was reported last night at 2:14 a.m., Foggia province. Then we had one at 2 a.m. Grosseto, which is Tuscany, so was a 2.1. Then at 23:50 we had another 2.4 Foggia, again the Gargano Peninsula. Then, for example, we noticed that at 10:24 there was a 3.4 near south coast of France. So, but as we can see, most of these earthquakes, they are all happening in Italy. Then there was a 3.6 again at 6:45 p.m. last night, 18th of March 2025. Again, another one uh, in the southern coast of France. Then we have here in Calabria, Marcellinara, Potenza. So this was the 2.2, and this is the event anyway. The 10 a.m. was at 10 a.m. yesterday morning, 4.2, which again is making people a lot worrying here, in particular also here in Montemilone, where I am. Uh, Simply because now we might say, okay, if it's one event, just random, okay, not big issues. But the situation start being a bit particular simply because we see all these events all over Italy. Now, I don't want to be a conspiracy, but it's very, very particular that all these events are happening around Italy all at the same time. Now, can be all connected, for example, with the Campi Flegrei area. Now, we know very well that all the Apennine area, which is going, for example, from this area here in the north of Italy, and going down through all the center of Italy, going down to the south, the central part of the south of Italy, and then going down to Calabria, to end here in Sicily. So anyway, in red, we can see this area. This is, let's say, the territory where the lands are in contact, and these are the reasons why are causing many earthquakes. For example, we can see also the situation around Greece. But anyway, in Greece at the moment, we don't have really many seismic events. Then again, let's say going a bit northern area, we have a small one here, 2.0 Rocca di Cambio in Abruzzo region. Then obviously the events that occurred few and they're still happening now. We can see this area Anyway, the biggest one was 4.8 on the 14th, but then we had a smaller one, all located in this area, all located. They were all happening on the 14th. And then now I want to go a bit in the northern part of Italy because, anyway, not only then Amatrice, for example, in Amatrice there was a big earthquake not many years ago. I think was in 2016, and the town of Amatrice was completely nearly destroyed. Uh, so was a 2.0 in Amatrice. Anyway, the situation is particular. Let's say it's a bit concerning. 2.1 in Marche region, Macerata. Then, for example, we see that as well in Tuscany area, Grosseto province, we had more small events, 2.1, Grosseto province, 2.1, Montieri again, Grosseto province. And then let's see what else it happened. Then we have another one here, Cesena, 2.2. Again, sorry, it's updating here. So I need to reopen. Okay. Anyway, it's particular just to see only in Italy all these seismic events. Nothing is happening apart this one in Greece. Nothing is happening anywhere, nor in Turkey, nor, but they're all concentrated here. This made me think a bit. Anyway, it's particular, so make me think, make me worry. So it's gonna be a major earthquake. I don't want to say too much out loud, but it's gonna happen maybe. Is this all these small earthquakes are happening now because maybe a bigger seismic event is due? Hopefully not, but the situation is a bit particular. For example, here, even here in Codigoro, Emilia-Romagna region, Ferrara province, on the 18th. So yesterday, obviously 2.2, you might not even notice. 2.7, Reggio Emilia province, always Emilia-Romagna region, on the 18th at 1 a.m. And then, anyway, we also had two small events in Friuli Venezia Giulia region, Udine province, 2.2, and also in Trentino Alto Adige, 2.4, this location called Racines, Bolzano province. And then suddenly just one out of Italy, where they say southern coast of France, yesterday at 5:45 in the evening, 18th of March. Okay, let me zoom in because they were saying two events. So we are not far from Italy again. We are in the southern part of France. So one was 3.4. Now 3.4, we can say already over 3, under 4 again is not really a major issue. Around over 4, it can cause already some damages, and you may feel the earth shaking. Anyway, also this area now at the moment has to be monitored. So we had a 3.6 and a 3.4, which is, anyway, not far from Monaco, this little country in the southern part of France. Anyway, so situation is a bit particular. In particular, when you see the map here, and you might say, is it possible that all of these events are just concentrated all over Italy? I don't know. This make me think. Uh, it's a bit particular, this situation. Obviously, we are all concerned. So then what else I wanted to show? Let me see. For example, okay, here is about yesterday event that took place here in Potenza. So it was a seismic event 4.2, the March 18th of March 2025, an earthquake of Richter magnitude was located by the National Seismic Network at 10 in the morning Italian time, 6 kilometers from Vaglio Basilicata at a depth of 14 kilometers. So this is the area. These are the towns which were, let's say, close by kilometers: 6, 8, 8, 13, 18 kilometers far from the epicenter, 19 kilometers far from the epicenter. So there's no Monte Milone in this area. So here is where this Basilicata earthquake happened, and this is where I am. So I'm located in this area here at the border with Apulia region. Anyway, situation is a bit concerning. Looking at the historical data available for the area, it is noted that in particular the epicenter of today's earthquake is relatively close to the location of the earthquake of December 1273. So the magnitude equal about 5.8. So we are talking about 800 years ago, for which the catalog of strong earthquakes in Italy reports only the information relating to the city of Potenza with macroseismic intensity equal to degree 8 or 9 magnitude. So we can see all these historical events. Now, obviously, if I look at this map, there's no recorded big events, for example, here in the area where I am located. Then, okay, here we see again in the history, here we have the magnitude in the vertical line, and here the years. So we see obviously from the 1800 to 2000, uh, it improved the technology to record all the seismic events, even the small one. So we see that there are many around 3, which is the lowest on the in the graphic. Then we can see 4, 4.0, or just a bit above 4.2, 4.5. Obviously, we see that there are less at 5 magnitude or between 5 and 6, but still, anyway, this situation here make me think that anyway, something, I hope not, but anyway, it's making people think, here again, for example, if we see all these lists, we see uh, again Calabria, Basilicata, Basilicata, Calabria, Calabria, Emilia Romagna, Emilia Romagna, Adriatic Sea, Foggia, Calabria, Calabria, Foggia. So anyway, this map is a bit particular. Let me know what you think. So, what are your considerations about the fact that, I don't know, only in Italy? Okay, this is an Italian institute. Obviously, maybe in Spain, the Spanish Institute is reporting more about Spain. I don't know, but here it seems like this institute is reporting all the earthquakes happening all over the world, not only the one in Italy. Again, if we see this situation in Italy, make me think, anyway, it's a bit particular why so many events are happening at the same time, all in the last week, in the last 2 weeks, even in the last month, from Campi Flegrei to the Gargano Peninsula, to Potenza, to Sicily, Calabria, and even the center and the north of Italy, and also this one in the south of France. All right, my friends. So I hope you watch this video. It's particular, it's interesting. I'm monitoring at this stage. It's better I start monitoring the situation. I'm checking on now at the moment this website quite often, even once an hour, to see if there was a new event. Uh, I never been concerned, and to be honest, all my life I never been concerned that much about earthquakes. I remember one event when I was in Torino. I was only 14 or 15 years old. I was quite young. And one Sunday morning, that is the only event that I remember as far, and the earth was shaking, and for a few seconds, maybe for 5, 10 seconds, then nothing major. People were concerned. Obviously, everyone felt was a Sunday morning, maybe around 8, 9 a.m. Anyway, my friends, let me know what you think under the comment section. What should we do? Should we all leave Italy? Should we do a mass migration and live in this beautiful land? I don't think so. Again, this is something that Italians are used to. But anyway, a lot of people start being a bit concerned because one day one event, another day another event, and then here and there. So people now, in let's say in only 3 days now, the earth shaked here around Montemilone, not personally, but other people. If I ask to other people, anyway, they told me, Antonio, yes, I felt. Okay, my friends, so I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you soon here on Italy A Place to Love YouTube channel tomorrow with my daily updates, with my daily video from Italy A Place to Love, Italy A Place to Know. Bye.